per se as it does the situation that they may be uncomfortable in, you know. And then because they're children, obviously, you know, God only knows how they're going to respond to this, that, or the other, you know, and these are life-changing moments and things. So you've got to be.
You're 5 years old. Your father's in a new relationship.
Yeah.
In a different house, different place. How was that for you?
So I'm kind of similar to Trey in the sense that I was too young to truly understand what was going on. You know, my earliest memories, you know, my dad would take me like Burger King and stuff like that. We hang out. And then I just remember one day, we go a little further than Burger King, and he takes me to grandma's house. Yeah, it was grandma's house. It was my step grandma's house. And you get out the car, you bring me on in, and I'm just looking around like, hey, Dad, what's up? say, man, what's going on around here? He said he asked me did I want to go downstairs to the basement, and I'm like, no. Man, I'm like, I didn't want to come over here at all. I thought we was going to Burger King, man.
Abraham questions, right?
Yeah. And so he's like, come on, I'll take you down there. And so I remember he puts me up on his neck, and he takes me down the stairs. Yeah, I was like 4 or 5.
That was 5. He was 4.
Yeah, and so he takes me down the stairs, and I come on down, and I see Uncle DJ, and that's my first time meeting Trey. And they're sitting there playing a video game, and he introduced me. He said, hey, this is DJ, and this is Trey. And they're like, hey, this is Jalen. And we all say what's up, and they were sitting there playing Mortal Kombat at the time. And then it was like, you want to play? I was like, yeah, I'll play. And so that was pretty much how it happened. That's how we hit it off.
So what I'm hearing is you didn't force the connection. You kind of let it organically build. And so that's one of the things, the messages we talked about in our questions or pre-production meeting as well, is allowing the relationships to kind of organically build and don't really put a timetable on it, and don't also take negative behavior from the child personally, as far as the step parent.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with, you know, you per se as it does the situation that they may be uncomfortable in, you know. And then because they're children, obviously, you know, God only knows how they're going to respond to this, that, or the other, you know, and these are life-changing moments and things. So you've got to be compassionate, you've got to be slow, you've got to take your time and be careful when you're trying to deal with them, you know, because you don't want to do more harm than good trying to enforce whatever your will is on the situation.
And that takes a lot of emotional intelligence too, right? Because at a point where you want to contribute so much, and then again, you don't know how much you want to assert yourself because of the pre-existing dynamics, right? And it could be a single parent where the child has no discipline at all, right? And I'm speaking more so to older children, and you come in and you know, that wasn't your scenario, but it's a very real scenario in terms of blended families today. And so, you know, having that patience and try to understand as much as you can about learning about that child, not just the children, but being intentional about learning about that child or each child individually is so critical.
It is.
And we were young, so you speaking about emotional intelligence, but we really didn't know what we were doing. Like, I'm gonna be really honest here. We were like figuring it out on the spot. You know, because there was not a lot of talk about that beforehand. Like, but after we got married, then all of a sudden it was like, oh man, we got to figure out this. So it was a lot of communication, and that was one of the great things about us that I will say is that we were kind of started a foundation. Okay, we're gonna be honest, we're gonna talk, and we're gonna allow each other to tell each other the truth, you know, and we're gonna figure it out. But there was a lot of fear of messing them up. Like we really was like figuring it out as we go and trying to pay attention to what was working and what wasn't working and fill it out. And we agreed that we wanted to do what was best for them. You know, even if we have to take a step back with certain things that we felt like maybe we shouldn't, we decided like, okay, we don't want to jack them up no more. And we both came from blended families. I came from a blended family, so I live with my stepfather, and so I try to take from what I went through and living with him and how he was with me. You know, I tried to take clues with that too, as far as how to be with Jalen and how to be with Trey, you know, being my biological and him being in this whole new world where he only had me and now he has to share me with not only John, now he got to share me with Jalen, you know, so trying to figure all that out. It was rough, it was scary, it was emotional, like you said, and a lot of it, I'm gonna be honest, was the grace of God.
All of it.
Helping us through it, you know, it was the grace of God, yeah.
So thank you.
Hey guys, it's Pastor John here. Please, if you like this video that you just saw, hit that like button for us. Second thing I want to ask you to do is to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're putting out videos once a day at about 5:30 p.m. Hit that bell notification so that you'll know when a new video has been uploaded. And then the final thing to do, share this video, share this information. If you know somebody that has a need that it can be benefited by it, please put it out in circulation so that we can try to help as many people as possible. Thanks, and God bless.